Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Chem Insider. In the previous video we discussed about the preparation of carboxylic acid, and now we will be discussing about the physical and chemical properties of carboxylic acid. Now for the physical properties of carboxylic acids are those set of compounds which have increased number of hydrogen bonding when compared to alcohols or aldehydes or ketones, or even in case of ethers also. So therefore, they have a very particular type of physical conditions, such as if you consider for their state, if you consider for the physical state, carboxylic acids, that is alkyl carboxylic acid up to carbon number 9. So carboxylic acids up to C9 are usually liquid in nature. So carboxylic acids which have up to carbon number 9, so up to 9 carbon atoms in it, so those carboxylic acids, those alkyl carboxylic acids are liquid in room temperature and they have a very unpleasant odor. Those have very unpleasant odor. Whereas the higher members of the carboxylic acids are solid in nature. Higher members of the alkyl carboxylic acids are solid in nature and they are partially wax-like structures. They are wax-like compounds. Okay, they are, even though they are solid, they are not completely solid. They are a type of wax-like solid. That's like simple like that as of fats. Okay, and they have complete odor, no odor. So they have no odor. They are odorless compounds. Okay, carboxylic acid, those alkyl carboxylic acids which have carbon numbers up to 9 are liquid in room temperature and they have an unpleasant odor. Whereas the higher members are of wax-like compounds, that is nothing but solid state, and they are completely odorless. For the state of boiling point, what we observe is the boiling point of carboxylic acid is pretty much higher when compared to aldehydes, ketones, and even when compared to alcohols also. This is the reason because for this high boiling point of carboxylic acid when compared to aldehydes, ketones or alcohols of almost same molecular masses is carboxylic acid have increased number of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So now if you consider carboxylic acid of type RCOOH, what we observe is most of the carboxylic acids are also found in the dimer state. Dimer state means they are present with di molecules. So what happens in this di-molecule case is the compounds will be having intermolecular hydrogen bonding, which is quite different to be removed of. So if you consider these two carboxylic acid, the oxygen of this group will be having an influence over this hydrogen and this oxygen will be having an influence over this hydrogen. This type of particular intermolecular hydrogen bonding leads to the formation of dimers. Therefore, carboxylic acids have a very high boiling point when compared to aldehydes, ketones, alcohols, etc. And further, if you have to understand about the solubility of this particular compound, what we observe is the initial molecules dissolve in water molecule because of the hydrogen bonding which may form. But in the higher cases, what happens is more the number of carboxylic acids present, more the number of carbon atoms present in the carboxylic acid, more the number of carbons present in the carboxylic acid, there will be hydrophobic nature being experienced by the carboxyl group. So initially this forms this type of hydrogen bonding, but if you increase the number of carbon atoms in this particular carboxylic acid, so clearly the carboxylic hydrocarbon group will be hydrophobic in nature. So therefore the higher alkyl carboxylic acids are insoluble in water. And further, the primary basic aryl carboxylic acids are also insoluble in water. And these are the higher carboxylic acids, and the aryl carboxylic acids are usually soluble in less protic solvents such as benzene, ether, etc. Okay, so this is about the physical properties of carboxylic acids. Next is chemical properties of carboxylic acid. So when you compare, when you have to learn about the chemical properties of carboxylic acid undergo three types of reactions. Carboxylic acids undergoes three types of reaction. One in which there is an involvement of oxygen and hydrogen bond cleavage. So there is a cleavage of oxygen hydrogen bond. In the second set of reaction, there is a cleavage of carboxylic carbon and hydroxylic OH group. And in the third set of reaction, there is a cleavage of complete involvement of the COOH group. So they undergo three types of reaction. In the first case, there is a reaction involving cleavage of O and H bond. In second case, there is a reactions involving cleavage of carbon and oxygen bond. And in the third case, the complete COOH group will be involved in the reaction. Now, let us discuss about the reactions involving oxygen and hydrogen bond cleavage. So first set of reaction, cleavage of oxygen and hydrogen bond. Cleavage of oxygen and hydrogen bond of carboxylic acid. So when you treat carboxylic acid with metal, they undergo reaction to form RCOO minus Na plus with losing hydrogen molecule. Okay, so this is quite similar to the alcohols and phenol reaction. So remember here, when carboxylic acids are treated with sodium, they undergo reaction to form COO minus Na plus sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Similarly, when they are treated with sodium hydroxide, that is alkali metals, alkali solutions, they also undergo reaction to form salts of carboxylate of sodium and liberate a molecule of water. If we have understood about the alcohols and phenol chapter, where we discussed about the OH bond cleavage involved in alcohols and phenols, what we observed was alcohols only undergo reaction with metals but not with metal hydroxides, right? Alcohols in this particular condition, they react just with the metal to form respective alkoxide, metal alkoxide or sodium alkoxide or potassium alkoxide, but they did not react with sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. When you come across the conditions of phenol, they undergo reaction with both sodium and sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. So which results that phenols were more acidic when compared to alcohols. But in this particular carboxylic acid condition, carboxylic acids are such an acidic in an extent that they even react with very weak bases such as carbonates and bicarbonates, resulting in the liberation of carbon dioxide gas. That is, when you treat carboxylic acids with weak bases such as sodium bicarbonate, that is sodium hydrogen carbonates, they form carboxylic salts, COO minus, Na plus, along with the liberation of water molecule and carbon dioxide gas. This particular reaction is not clearly found in case of either phenol or alcohol. Therefore, when you treat a particular compound with sodium bicarbonate, if there is a liberation of carbon dioxide, clearly that explains the presence of carboxylic acid group present in it. So, when you compare this reaction with the phenols and alcohols, which was not at all possible in case of phenols and alcohols, there is just possibility in this particular condition, is because when you treat carboxylic acid with water molecule, what they do is they undergo hydrolysis to form resonance stabilized carboxylate anion, which undergoes resonance such as like this. The negative charge shifts over here and this charge gets over there to form RCO minus double bond O. Once again, this negative charge comes over here. This double bond is a negative charge in the oxygen. So that is what this is formed. And along with a hydronium ion, H3O plus. So when you treat carboxylic acid with water molecule, they form a resonance stabilized carboxylate anion and a hydronium ion. Therefore, since a resonance stabilized carboxylate anion is formed, we can explain its specific acidity, right, as we are concerned in case of phenol and its respective phenoxide anion. So, In this particular condition, if we write the equilibrium constant for this reaction, the K equilibrium, reaction equilibrium will be equal to concentration of H3O plus concentration of CrCOO minus divided by concentration of water into concentration of carboxylic acid. Right, this will be the step for explaining the equilibrium constant of this particular reaction. So now, if you consider this reaction carefully, and if you take the concentration of water molecule as 1, or if you multiply the concentration of water molecule with the reaction equilibrium, so we will obtain the equilibrium constant of acidic nature of the given carboxylic acid. We know that from the electrochemistry chapters. So what happens here is, when you multiply H2O with K equilibrium, so it gives Ka is equal to K equilibrium into concentration of water, which is equal to concentration of H3O plus concentration of RCOO minus whole divided by concentration of RCOOH. So this will be about the reaction equilibrium, where Ka is called the acidic concentration constant, acidity constant of the given carboxylate anion. And what we also know is, we denote that with respect to pKa value. pKa value is nothing but the acidic strength of given carboxylate anion group. Okay, pKa is given as pKa is equal to minus log of Ka. So the value of pKa denotes the strength of the given compound, acidic strength of the given compound. That is, lesser the value of pKa, stronger the given compound in acidic strength. That is, if a compound has a very less pKa value, that means that the given compound is more acidic. Like for example, if you consider the acidic strength of HCl, if you have to know the acidic strength of HCl, its pKa value is minus 7. pKa value of HCl is minus 7, therefore clearly HCl is a strong acid. When you compare for the carboxylic acid, the strongest carboxylic acid form is trifluoroacetic acid, that is CF3COOH. Trifluoroacetic acid is the strongest carboxylic acid present, whose pKa value is 0.23. pKa value of trifluoroacetic acid is 0.23, and in case of the benzoic acid, I am going to erase this term, and the acidic pKa value of benzoic acid, that is C6H5COOH, is 0.46, and pKa value of acetic acid CH3COOH 4.6 and 4.7. Okay, so these are the values of pKa values of trifluoroacetic acid, benzoic acid and acetic acid. These are the three most stable or strong acidic carboxylic acids. Now what we observe over here is, more the value of pKa, lesser will be the acidic strength of the given carboxylic acid, right? So what we observe is, if a carboxylic acid has value less than 1, if the pKa value of carboxylic acid is less than 1, then it is said that it is a strong acid. If a compound or a carboxylic acid has a pKa value less than 1, then it is said to be a strong acid. If it has pKa in the range of 1 to 5, if it has pKa value between 1 to 5, then those are called moderate acids. If a compound, hydrocarbon or any compound, has pKa value in the range of 1 to 5, then those are called moderate acids. If the pKa value of compound is in the range of 5 to 15, if the pKa value of the compounds is in the range of 5 to 15, they are called weak acids. They are called weak acids. And if the pKa value is greater than 15, and if the pKa value is greater than 15, then those compounds are called extremely weak acids. Extremely weak acids. So now, if you clearly observe over here, the value of CF3COOH is less than 1, therefore it is a strong acid. Value of benzoic acid and acetic acid is in the range of 1 to 5, therefore moderate acids. What we observe is the value of phenol. The value of phenol is 10, it is a weak acid, and the value of alcohol is 16. The value of alcohol, that is ethanol, is 16, therefore this is extremely weak acid. Okay, so this is about the pKa value, which explains the acidic strength of given carboxylic acid or any alcohol or aldehyde groups. Now, what we have to know here is what is the strength of carboxylic acid acidic strength when compared to phenol and when compared to alcohol. So the comparable acidic strength of carboxylic acid, phenol and alcohol. If we have understood about the acidic concepts which I explained in case of alcohol when compared to phenol, we said that phenol forms a resonance structures in the formation of phenoxide ion, right? Phenol has a resonance structure in the phenoxide ion which stabilizes the phenoxide ion formation and leads to stronger acidic strength when compared to alcohol, right? So phenols undergoes oxidation to form phenoxide ion, which will be resulting in a resonance stabilized structure which stabilizes the resonance structures, and therefore the acidic strength of the phenol will be increased. When you compare for the resonance structures of phenol with the carboxylate anions resonance structure, what we observe is in case of phenol, the electrons are resonating between oxygen and carbon. So this will be the resonance structures of phenol respectively. So if you consider the resonance structures, so here electrons are being delocalized with oxygen and a carbon, right? Oxygen and a carbon. If you consider for the carboxylate anion, the electron is being resonating between two oxygens of the carboxylate group. So even though the carboxylate anion has very less resonance structure when compared to the resonance structures of phenoxide ion, what we can clearly say is the electron is being delocalized between an electronegative oxygen and a less electronegative carbon in case of phenoxide ion, and here the electron is being delocalized between two highly electronegative oxygen atoms. So therefore the particular electron charge of this given group increases as the electron is being present completely on the electronegative element. Therefore, when compared to phenol, carboxylate anions are more stabilized. Therefore, carboxylic acids are more acidic when compared to phenols. Okay, so this point helps us to understand the resonance structures and their particular resonance structures. Even though they have less resonance structure, the resonance of electron, that is a delocalization of electron depending upon the both oxygen atoms, but in this case it is depending upon an oxygen and a carbon atom. Further, if electron withdrawing groups or electron donating groups present with attached to the carboxylate anion, we observe slight variation. So what happens is, if we have an electron withdrawing group attached to the carboxylate anion like this, so these two resonance structure in congruence is written as RCOO, where a delocalization of electron between those two oxygen atom through a carbon atom. Now, if you consider for the electron withdrawing group present on the carboxylate carbon, the electron withdrawing group removes the electron between the oxygen and oxygen. Therefore, it increases the stability of the carboxylate anion. So, when the carboxylate anion is attached to the electron withdrawing group, the electron withdrawing group drags the electron from the nucleus of this carboxylate anion. Therefore, it increases the stability of the carboxylate anion. When you compare electron donating group being attached to the carboxylate anion, what happens here is they donate electrons to the carboxylate anion. Therefore, each of the oxygen will be carrying a negative charge respectively. So effect of electron withdrawing group and electron donating group on a carboxylate anion is electron withdrawing group increases the stability of the carboxylate anion, therefore it increases the acidic strength of carboxylic acid. Electron donating group decreases the stability of carboxylate anion, therefore the acidic strength of carboxylic acid will be reduced. Further, if you consider a phenyl ring or a vinyl group being attached, if you consider a phenyl ring or a vinyl group being attached to the carboxylate anion, what happens is, usually to the presence of phenyl or a vinyl ring, it should be forming a less resonance structure, less resonance stabilized structure. But in this case, due to the involvement of carbon-carbon double bond, that is the sp2 hybridized carbon, more the electrons present on the sp2 hybridized carbon, more will be its stability. Therefore, if we observe here, if this electron jumps from this position and this position, this might go over there. In a similar way, the double bond come over here to form an induce a double bond between the carbon atoms. Similarly, the double bond might again go for this oxygen atom. So what happens is, if a phenyl group or a vinyl group is attached to a carbonyl carbon, they increases the resonance structure, therefore they clearly increases the acidic strength of carboxylic acid. So this is all about the reactions which involve cleavage of oxygen and hydrogen bond in carboxylic acid and the explanation regarding the acidic strength of carboxylic acid. I hope you have understood these concepts which I explained. If you have any doubts regarding the concepts, please do subscribe, comment down below, and you can mail those doubts to me at my mail ID which I have provided in the description box. Thank you for watching.